Okay guys, so I thought this might be a fun video for you guys. I went to, I think this is the yard, 2 yards, pretty sure. I went to New York a while ago and I had bought this fabric maybe 5 months ago. And I love the fabric, except now I was trying to use it for a prom dress and I only bought 2 yards. So this video will be a video on how to make a prom dress with 2 yards of fabric. So this should definitely be fun. So this is the fabric we're gonna be using, and it does stretch. Well, not on the spend and not on the sequin, but yeah, it does stretch though. Okay, so I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do this yet, but we're gonna figure it out together. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is cut the edges off of the ends of the fabric. So that's gonna be our first step. I need new scissors. I'm gonna fabric store today. I need to get some while I'm there. Some scissors. What else? Glue. Oh, and I'll be doing another video which will be how to make a prom dress for under $50. So I'll be going to the fabric store and I'll bring you guys with me so that we can shop for some fabric and know what we can get to make our dress under $50. Okay, that's the one side. I'm gonna save this, I might need it later. Not like we got a lot of fabric to work with. Turn it to the other side, do the other side. You see the scissors are cutting so choppy because they're not good. I've had them for a while. And they're fairly cheap scissors. I keep buying the same ones over and over again. I mean, I tried to also invest in some expensive scissors too, and they went dull fast, so I was just over it. I'll just go ahead and get these. They're super sharp in the beginning. And then after you use them for all kind of things, of course, they get a little more dull. Especially with cutting through sequin. Boom, that's done. Okay, so now we are laid out, and I personally just like how the curves are shorter up here. So this is where I want the top of my skirt to be, because this is a limited amount of fabric, and the length of the skirt part is important just so that it falls nice and you don't want a high water dress. So we'll use this length all the way to the end for the skirt. Once we cut the parts out for the skirt, we'll have a little bit extra. I'm going to make 2 godets to put in the sides of the skirt and see what else we have left over. And I'm going to make that work for the top of the dress. So we're going to use the measurements that we use for the white dress, which is the mannequin's measurements, and I'll grab those for you. Okay, so again, the mannequin's measurements is 26 inches waist, 40-inch hips. The length from the waist to the hips is 11 inches. And length waist to knee is 25, and length knee to floor is 24. So we want to measure how long this is. So we want it to be at least 50. So hopefully this is 50. And it will be good if it is. Which I'm pretty sure it is 50. This is 25 right there. Yep, so we are at 54. Perfect. So this is good for the length of the skirt. So now we want to find the midpoints for both sides, which I'm going to use this as our middle right here. So then we want to go here, and we want to get 26 inches, which is 13 inches. Half of 13 is 6.5, so we want 6.5 to be right in the middle of this going on here. So that's 6.5 is the, oh, I don't have any pins in here. Okay, let's grab these pins. Okay, so 6.5. So this is 1. Right here. And 6.5 to 13 right here. So those are, that's the waist. I usually like to do 12 just because it does stretch. Not a whole lot, but a good amount. So here's our 11 here. Now we want 18 instead of 20, so 9 in the middle, right there, and right here. Right here. So that means we're going to shoot from here to here, here to here, and then we're going to come into the knee. So the knee we know is 25 from the waist. So that's right here, right here, and the same thing as the waist is going to be 13. So we want 6.5 right here, and 13. So we're going to put our 2 pins here, one at 13. And 1. So then after this, everything shoots straight out. Okay, so now we want to measure from the knee all the way down to the edge. And right here we have, these are going to be our extra pieces, so we're definitely going to need these since we don't have a lot of fabric to work with. So from the knee down to the edge we have 32. Hopefully it's the same. And about, yep, 32. Cool, so that's perfect. So now what we want to do to make this mermaid tail flare out more, we want to add some godets in these seams right here from the knee down. So the 32 is going to be very important. So we're going to take this and fold this up, put it to the side for now. Now we need our extra pieces again. Okay, so here's one. Lay this out flat. This one is a little upside down, so let me turn it the right way so that you guys can envision what's really going on. Okay, so normally from this point down, that curve is equal to 32, since this is what was cut out from that space. That is 32. So we want to keep that. So just in case though, we want to, this is the point where the knee is. We're going to come down just a little bit and we're going to cut straight across. My scissors are terrible. I've been having to cut the top layer and then come back and cut the bottom layer. So this will be one godet. And what happens is this side gets sewed together and these sides get sewed to the actual skirt. So we'll get to that part. This is one of them. And then we're going to cut the other one out. We still need this fabric because we're going to be using this for the top. Okay, so here's the other. And the only difference with this one is, since this one was on the fold, the edge is folded, which I want to open it just so that it matches the other one. Because you don't want one side to have a fold and the other side to not have a fold. So again, this is going to be the 32. So we want to come straight across at the right angle. And we want to come down just a tad, just so we have some extra room for like hemming and whatever may happen when we're trying to put this godet together. So I'm going to cut this off. So once we sew it together, we will have a little extra fabric on the end of this, which is absolutely fine. I'd rather be extra than not enough. Okay, so we're gonna need this piece again. We're gonna use these for our top. Yep, I don't know what we're doing at the top yet, but we're gonna need it for it. Now let's open this edge up so that it can match the other side. These scissors are driving me nuts. And they're getting worse as I work with this. And my next dress is probably gonna have sequin in it too. So that's open. those two need to be that. Okay, so let's work on the bottom and then we'll come back to the top and figure out what we're gonna do there. Okay, so for sequin, I do only use my regular sewing machine. I don't use the serger, only because it lessens the chances of the needles breaking. Where we're gonna start is on the godets. So we're gonna take the first piece, and this is what it looks like, the triangle piece here. And we're gonna sew together the straight side, not the angled side. So this is our straight side, not the angled side. And I like to put a needle there. I'm working with sequin. First things first, we need to change the color of the bobbin, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're gonna sew the straight edge down. A couple of little bit of imperfections in there. I like to back stitch first. Okay, so in sequin, we really, when it's this close together, we really want to take our time, just to avoid our needles breaking. Okay, so now we have the triangle piece that looks like this, and they're stitched together, the two triangles. And this is going to go in the middle of our side seam to make it get a little bit more flow going on. So we're going to do the second piece, and then I'll come back and show you how I add it to the side seam. Okay, so now you see we have the skirt laid out. This is the bottom of the skirt, one triangle. So now we want to take the godet, ouch. I'm going to take the godet and we want to put it in the middle of the seam so that it looks like this. So it goes straight in the middle. You see? So it folds in. It's kind of like a secret triangle. And then it comes out. Okay, so we'll sew it to the first side of the skirt. So we'll sew this all the way down until we get to the point. Get to the point, we sew all the way down, and then we'll come back and we'll sew the skirt together and we'll catch the second back end of the godet. Okay, as you can see, this is where it starts curving. Right here is the knee part, and you see we are getting to the tip of the godet. We are going to continue to sew. Up until the knee part. Okay, one little back stitch. And one thing I love about this machine, this is actually my embroidery machine, but of course it's a regular brother if the embroidering part is detached, is the cut button. where it cuts the thread by itself, so I don't have to keep looking for my scissors. Okay, so we have the front piece of the godet sewn down. So now we want to come to the top of the waist part of the skirt. Okay, so we go to the waist of the skirt and line the waist up. Okay, put my little pin here. And then this goes all the way down. I want to go to where the knee and the godet is. And I want to put a pin in here. Right here. And I'm going to put a pin so that when we get to this part, it keeps going straight. Right, there's our pin. When we get here, we're going to keep going and we're going to go along this side now, the other side of the godet. This is the seam, the middle seam, and then the second seam. Okay. Okay, we are about to get to the godet part here. You guys can see what's going on. The needle kind of got a little loose. Now, if you aren't able to get this to be clean, a clean stitch, one, you really can't see it, but if you can and the fabric is a little thinner, it's not sequin, you can always hand stitch the closer part right here. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Super gorgeous. It's sparkly. Okay, so you can tell right here is where my godet is. It comes from here and it shoots out. I do have to put a little stitch here because it kind of ripped when I was trying to slide it onto the mannequin. So that means I'm going to have to put a zipper in the back, which is absolutely fine. Show you guys exactly how the godet looks. So you can see it's this triangle piece right down the middle. So it makes it shoot out a little more on the sides. And this side was actually a perfect. You see 1, 2, and then it comes down and it shoots and it opens up the bottom here so that it can be a little bit more flowy versus what it would have looked like if it didn't have those godets there. So now we're gonna work on the top, and this is how much fabric we have left. So I already have an idea in mind what I wanna do for the top. So we have this, this. Actually quite a lot of fabric, which is perfect. And this. So yep, this is how much fabric we have left. And this was all 2 yards of fabric, okay? So